Welcome UUM School of Computing students. I am instructor Dr. Alaa Jabbar Al-Maliki, and today we begin building your technical foundation in cybersecurity. The term cryptography originates from ancient Greek. Crypto translates to hidden, and graphy translates to writing. Today, this mathematics of hidden writing is the security engine driving cloud computing, e-commerce, and blockchain architectures. Consider a standard digital action. If you transmit an unprotected ATM PIN across the internet, anyone intercepting the network traffic can read, log, or modify those numbers. To counter this, cryptography enforces 4 strict security goals. Confidentiality keeps the data unreadable to outsiders. Integrity ensures the message is not altered in transit. Authentication verifies the sender's identity. Finally, non-repudiation guarantees that the sender cannot later deny transmitting the message. The operational objective is straightforward. Take vulnerable plaintext data and mathematically transform it into secure ciphertext, strictly enforcing these 4 pillars against any unauthorized access. Before digital computing, classical cryptography relied entirely on manual letter substitution and rearrangement. One of the earliest documented techniques is the Caesar cipher. We express this shift mathematically as C equals P plus K modulo 26. In this equation, P is the plaintext character, K is your chosen shift key, and 26 represents the total letters in our alphabet. Let's test this logic. Take a moment to pause the video and use this formula with a shift key of 3 to encrypt the word hello. Applying the key of 3, the letter H shifts forward to K, E shifts to H, both L's become O's, and O shifts to R. The final ciphertext reads KHOOR. The Caesar cipher is a pure substitution cipher, swapping one character for another. By contrast, a transposition cipher leaves the original characters intact but scrambles their physical positions, turning a word like computer into PMOCRETU. Because the English alphabet only allows 25 possible shifts, classical ciphers are practically useless today. A modern processor will brute force check all 25 combinations and break the encryption in milliseconds. Modern cryptographic systems abandon manual letter shifting. They process data using advanced number theory and massive key spaces, like the AES 256 algorithm, making brute force attacks mathematically impossible. These systems are governed by Kirchhoff's principle. This rule states that an algorithm can be completely public and heavily scrutinized, so long as the specific mathematical key remains perfectly secret. To further frustrate attackers, Claude Shannon introduced 2 critical techniques to mask data patterns: confusion and diffusion. Confusion breaks the statistical relationship between the ciphertext and the key. Diffusion works across the data, ensuring that changing a single plaintext letter causes a ripple effect that alters multiple characters across the ciphertext. In a symmetric or private key encryption system, the workflow is highly efficient. The sender encrypts the plaintext using a secret key, transmits the ciphertext, and the receiver applies the exact same secret key to decrypt it. However, this shared approach creates the key distribution problem. The sender and receiver must find a secure channel to safely share that identical secret key over the network without it being intercepted. When encryption methods are deployed, attackers attempt to break them using cryptanalysis. This science of reverse engineering ciphertext grew out of wartime intelligence demands. During World War II, the German military utilized the Enigma machine to secure their communications. Mathematician Alan Turing led the Allied cryptanalysis effort to break these complex mechanical codes. This chart maps the natural occurrence of letters in the English language. Notice the massive statistical spikes on E, T, and A. Using frequency analysis, an attacker can track these patterns in the ciphertext to accurately guess the plaintext, entirely bypassing the key. For your examination, ensure you can clearly articulate the contrast between classical and modern cryptography, as well as substitution versus transposition ciphers. You must also comfortably define plaintext, ciphertext, and cryptanalysis. Digital security progresses through a continuous cycle of cryptographers building more complex algorithms and cryptanalysis designing computational methods to break them. In our next lecture, we will apply these foundations to the mechanics of AES and RSA encryption.